Hello, viewers and subscribers. Welcome to the Daniel Star Trek Cast, Episode 5. We have big news announcement for Daniel Star Trek Cast, Episode 5. The announcement for Episode 5 of the Daniel Star Trek Cast is, drum roll, people, it is going to be, basically, we are going to go see Star Trek Beyond for Daniel Star Trek Cast at Hyperplex Cinemas. So the Daniel Star Trek Cast basically we'll be doing a live stream at Hyperplex Cinemas. So stay tuned, viewers and subscribers, because I will definitely be doing a live stream before I go into the cinemas to go see Star Trek Beyond. It's going to be so cool. I'm going to be videoing people basically when Star Trek Beyond hits cinemas, basically July 21st in Australia. I will be interviewing people before they go into the movie, what they think the movie will be like, what Star Trek Beyond will be like. And also, I will be, basically after the movie, I'll be getting people's opinions on what they thought about the movie and what they would rate the movie. So stay tuned for that, viewers and subscribers of the Daniel Star Trek Cast, because Star Trek Beyond's coming, people, in the next 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks, people. 2 more weeks. Star Trek Beyond is here. Hell yeah. Can't wait. Yeah. Daniel, what do you think what do you think Star Trek Beyond will be like? And give your opinion about it.
I think it'll be great. I think it'll be just awesome, and I hope it'll make more money than the last one, because the last one didn't. Well, the last one had a budget of 190 million. It made 487 million worldwide, and I don't know. From what I'm hearing, from what I hear from a lot of people, it had to have made a little bit more to be successful.
And okay, Daniel, I've got to ask, what do you think people will rate Star Trek Beyond when they see it? What do you think people's opinions will be like when I interview people going into the movie, before the movie starts, and what do you think people will think about the movie once they come out of the movie and see Star Trek Beyond?
I'm hoping that they're gonna like it. I really hope that they're gonna like it, and I hope it's gonna make 2 times more than the last movie did. I hope it'll do good, because like I said, the last movie had a budget of 487 million. Like 487 million. No, wait, hold on a second. The last movie had a budget of 190 million. The first movie had a budget of 150 million, and it made 385 million worldwide, which was considered very well. It did very well. The second movie had a budget of 190 million, but it made a budget. It made 400. This time it made 487 million worldwide, which to me should have been successful. But for some reason, it's all corporate greed, I suppose. People, they just want more and more money, and I guess it's not considered success. It wasn't considered the success that they wanted. They wanted to make a little bit more to be successful. So I'm like, okay, I assume that they wanted to make 500 million or something to be successful. But then they were like, okay, they were like, when they saw 487 million, they weren't happy with that. And, they were really debating whether they should make this movie, because they were really thinking about, I don't know, according to Joe at least, they were discussing to put the franchise on ice, for another 30 years. And I'm like, oh my God, don't do that. I mean, it didn't do that bad. I mean, I don't know. So just now, this new movie, Star Trek Beyond, the third movie, they lowered the budget back down to 150 million. And to tell you the truth, it looks much better. The first movie had a budget of 150 million. This new movie has a budget of 150 million. They lowered the budget back down, which I'm kind of happy for, because when they lower the budget, they can make their money back easier. They make the money back much easier. It's kind of like the first movie, the first Star Trek movie, Star Trek the Motion Picture. The boring one, the one where it just drags on and on and on. There's no space battles. There's nothing at all. Everybody's talking. And in the end, they make peace with the villain. Well, it turns out that V'ger wasn't really a villain. It was misunderstood. They made peace, and then they all went their separate ways. The end. That was Roddenberry's idea for Star Trek, and it was really boring, to tell you the truth. It was really boring. You know, and oh my god, like that movie did well. Okay, financially, that movie did well. The first movie, Star Trek: The Motion Picture, financially, it did well, but critically, it bombed. People thought it was slow and boring, and they, you know, just whatever, you know. So the second movie came out, The Wrath of Khan. It had a much lower budget than the first movie, and you could see that, but it was so much better. It was so much better. I love The Wrath of Khan. I should have picked it up today at Best Buy, but I wanted to save money, so it kind of sucks. Maybe I'll pick it up tomorrow, but it was it was really good. I highly suggest you buy that movie. It's really good, The Wrath of Khan. And it didn't do very well financially, but critically it did very well. And it's considered to be like the best TOS movie in the TOS franchise. And, you know, people liked The Wrath of Khan. So, you know, like the same thing with this movie. The last movie had a high budget, 190 million. It didn't do very well, you know, critically, because a lot of Star Trek fans, you know how the Star Trek fans are, right? They're really are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, sorry. The screen kind of went green for a second there, but anyways, yeah, you know how like the Star Trek fans are, right? They could be a bunch of whiny little, you know, SOBs, you know, and they're all complaining all the time, and they're trying so hard, but so hard. Not all of them. A lot of Star Trek fans are great, but you know, a few of them can be a pain in the arse. You know, there are a bunch of whatever, but they're trying so hard to destroy this new franchise. They almost destroyed the last movie, almost. But unfortunately for them, the new Star Trek has its own fan base now. J.J. Abrams has his own fan base now, and it doesn't matter what Joe or any of the other butthurt fanboys can do. It's going to keep on going in this direction. I had many Star Trek fans admit this to me. Many people that they don't like it, but, you know, admittedly, they grudgingly admit it that, well, you know, J.J. Abrams has his own fan base now. So even if we don't like it, the new fan base will protect its own, so there's nothing we can do about it. You know, and yeah, you know, I kind of like those guys. Like they're, you know, those guys that they can admit, like, okay, they can admit we don't like it, but you know, it's going to continue on going. Not like other people I know who just hate the movies and hope that they're going to get destroyed, and they don't want to admit anything. They just want to spew hatred on it, and I'm just really sick and tired of these people. You know, I mean, my God. It's just really, really just whatever. I mean, I'm hoping, like I'm saying, back to Star Trek Beyond, I'm really hoping that, see, this movie is back down to 150 million, right? So the budget's back down, but you know what? To tell you the truth, this new movie looks a lot better than the first movie, actually. You know? It does. It does.
The effects, like the special effects and everything, look great in this movie. No doubt.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, it looks much better. It comes to show you that the further in time we go, the better technology becomes, right? And then they can do more. They can do much more with, like, you know, the same budget. They don't have to raise their budget. I mean, I guess they could raise their budget if they wanted to do a little bit more, but they don't really have to raise their budget because technology gets better and they can do more with what they got, you know? With what they had last time. So, oh my God, exactly. So if they're gonna raise the budget for Star Trek 4, because Star Trek 4 is green lit already. If they're gonna raise the budget, I would say 160 million, maybe 170 million. That's the farthest I'll go. Because if you raise it too high, and let's say that it doesn't do as much as they wanted it to, well, maybe it'll be easier for them. Well, it'll be, you know what I mean. It'll be easier for them to make their money back. So, like, raise the budget a little bit, maybe 170 million. That's as far as I'm willing to go if I was in charge, but not like 190 million. Like, yeah, 170 million. That's good. That's good. I would say I'm a little nervous about that, but whatever. And also, you know what? I'm thinking, okay, for example, you went to see Star Wars Episode 7, right? The trailer for Star Trek Beyond was on Star Wars Episode 7?
Really?
Yeah, the trailer for Star Trek Beyond was on Star Wars Episode 7. The trailer was there.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So, my God, do you know how many people went to see Star Wars? A lot of people.
A lot of people, yeah.
Billions of people went to see Star Wars. Billions of people went to see Star Wars. All those billions of people saw that trailer. They saw that trailer. So that means they're going to net a lot of those people. They're going to bring a lot of those people into this new movie, which means it tells me this movie's going to do much better. I say at least this movie's going to make 500 million worldwide, at least. I don't know like what it'll go for, but I think at least it'll do 150 million. And if it does 150 million with a budget of if it makes 500 million with a budget of 150 million, that means it's really going to do well. And that's like, yeah, so you never know. I'm just so excited, And oh yeah, definitely. This is going to be good. And the Enterprise gets destroyed again. I think I know why they destroyed the Enterprise. They did that because they wanted to save a lot of that budget. Because if they use the Enterprise for the entire movie, that's going to take up a lot of the budget. So they destroyed the Enterprise so that they could save a lot of that budget for other stuff, which I think is good. That's a good idea. So yeah, it's good. I love it. And boy, so yep, this movie's gonna be so good. And yeah, I think, like, let me see how many more days we have to go. Let's see. It's coming out on the 22nd, right? So 9 more days to go. We got 9 more days.
Well, 21st, it comes out in Australia. The 21st of July comes out in Australia.
Oh, okay. So you get it one day before me. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. I have a feeling like when I go see the movie, what we're gonna do for the Daniel Star Trek cast, as I said before, like before I go into the movie, I'm gonna get people's opinions, what they think the movie will be like. I want to interview some people before they go into the movie, and then when they come out, I'll interview more people when they come out, and basically try and get people's opinions on what they think basically Star Trek Beyond will be like and everything. So I'm gonna try and get people's opinions, mixed opinions of what people will think Star Trek Beyond will be like for the Daniel Star Trek cast and for basically Star Trek fans who ever watched the Daniel Star Trek cast, because Daniel loves to give his opinions about Star Trek. And that's all we're here for, to give Daniel his chance to give his opinions about Star Trek and what he loves about Star Trek and what other fans love about Star Trek. So what we want is people, Star Trek fans around the world, come on Daniel Star Trek cast, give your opinions. That's what we want. We want to hear other people's opinions about Star Trek and what Star Trek means to you lot, new Star Trek fans, and we want to hear other people's opinions. That's what matters. Opinions matter, and we want to hear your opinions. Any Star Trek fans. So please, Star Trek fans, comment down below in the Daniel Star Trek cast, episode 5 of season 2 of the Daniel Star Trek cast, and leave your Google Plus name down below. and basically we'll have you on our cast, and yeah, give your opinion out. Basically, that's all I have to say. Get more people into Star Trek. Because next year, the Daniel Star Trek cast is going to talk about heaps because of that new Star Trek series that's coming out. I'll definitely be watching that new Star Trek series. Daniel will probably be watching that new Star Trek series. Daniel, will you be watching that new Star Trek series?
Oh, definitely. I will. It's going to be so good. Yeah. Oh, did you know Brian Fuller and okay, 1 second. Come on.
Okay.
I want to share screen something. So
Okay.
I guess.
Go ahead.
1 second. I don't know. This is so slow, actually. Darn it.
For some reason, screen shares are really dodgy at the moment. I don't know if it will work for you, but screen share for me.
So yeah,
I try and screen share like a Facebook page, like a Star Trek cast Facebook page or something, and it just comes up with like a green screen. So if anyone knows how to properly screen share, or maybe we'll do a Zoom cast after this, like another Daniel Star Trek cast after this, to share some basically Facebook pages and sites that you guys can go follow to basically check out some Star Trek sites. So we'll do a cast after this, and we'll show some Star Trek sites on a Zoom cast. If you want to do a Zoom cast after this, Daniel, if you want.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how I can share screen this. I don't know if Google Hangout will allow me to. Okay, if I give it to you, will you? Can you share screen it?
It doesn't work for me, as I said, because it comes up with that green screen. When I try and share screen something, it comes up with the green screen. Like, I'll show you now. Wait, give me a second. Okay. Give me a sec. Okay, this is like the Facebook site. Do you see? It comes up with like a green screen.
Yeah, I see a black screen.
Yeah, it comes up with that. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. On the next cast that we'll share all the sites that people can go to check out, like sites for Star Trek sites and things. So on the next cast we'll do that on the Zoom. Just letting you viewers know we'll be back for a Zoom cast after this cast that we do today. Daniel, any more Star Trek news you want to give to people? Star Trek.
Yeah, I just wanted to share. Brian Fuller, he was added to Saturn Awards a couple days ago, and he shared some information about the new Star Trek TV series. And okay, first of all, he said something like, okay, first of all, we all know that it's going to take place in the original universe because CBS doesn't have the rights to do it in the JJ verse, in the new reboot universe. They don't have the rights to do it in that universe. So CBS only has the rights to do it in their universe. So that much is certain. It's going to be set in the original universe, which a lot of people want, including myself, because I've always wanted a post-Nemesis series. Actually, I remember back in 2001 when Voyager ended, I was hoping for a new Star Trek TV series set after Voyager. Because I remember watching Endgame, the final episode. I saw all that technology Janeway brought back. And I was excited. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't wait to see, like, what's going to happen after this. Like, is the Borg going to, adapt and come after them? Like for revenge or something. And it was really exciting. But then unfortunately, I was upset. I was like, oh no, Enterprise was a prequel. And at first, I just didn't like it, so I just turned it off, and I just stayed away from it for a while. But then I came back when I saw season 3. Oh, season 3! I love season 3. It was like the Xindi war with the Starfleet, and I loved it. And they had like this future technology, the sphere builders, gave them, and it was like this big, huge starship that could destroy planets. And that was like so awesome. I really suggest you watch that on Putlocker or whatever you have, Netflix. It's really good. It's really good. I loved the temporal Cold War storyline, and I thought it was just so awesome. It really picked up in season 3. Unfortunately, see, look, okay. By season 4, for some reason, it got canceled, right? And I was really upset. I wanted to see season 5. There was so much information about a season 5, and it was awesome. Yeah, you know, there's just so much to say. There's just so much to say. It was so awesome. Some reports said that they were supposed to have Doctor Who was supposed to come in there for a crossover, and other reports say that they were going to tie up the temporal Cold War story. We were going to find out who that guy in the silhouette was. You know, the guy that was giving information to people from the future. And oh my God, so many good things. We were supposed to have, like, Guinan was supposed to make an appearance on Enterprise. Daniels was supposed to send the Enterprise into the future. They would have met Kirk and Picard and Sisko and Janeway, and then they would have gone even further into the future. They would have gone all the way up to the Enterprise J, which I think, oh my God, the Enterprise J was supposed to be enormous. The Enterprise J was so huge that it made, like, okay, I hear that the Enterprise J was so huge that it would make the Vengeance from the J.J. Abrams movie Star Trek Into Darkness. You know, the USS Vengeance is like the biggest ship we've ever seen so far in Star Trek. I mean, well, it's one of the biggest, right? The Enterprise J would be so big it would make the Vengeance look like a bug. That's how big it was supposed to be. Unfortunately, it never came because, you know, they canceled it, which is weird. Oh my God, it would have been so fucking awesome. It would have been so awesome. We would have seen. There would have been a continuation of the Mirror Universe story arc that season 4 started with, you know, Empress Hoshi Sato and Phlox and all those guys. And oh my God, just like, also I heard Shatner was supposed to come in there in season 5 as like the Mirror Universe Shatner. Like, you know, it was a complicated story, but it was awesome. And oh my God, so many awesome things. Unfortunately, they canceled it. Enterprise had 4 million viewers an episode, and they canceled it. The Flash has 3 million viewers an episode, and it keeps on going. You know, and it's just like, oh my God, that's just, when you compare it, you're like, oh my God, okay, if the Flash can keep on going, why didn't Enterprise keep on going? Well, I hear that there was a lot of problems on the set. I heard Les Moonves, the guy on top of CBS, the big honcho, the guy who was in charge of everything, he didn't like Star Trek. So he was the primary reason why it was canceled. Okay. So that sucks, I guess, you know, and but anyways, oh my God, this new series, I am so excited because I hear that, okay, Brian Fuller said this new series is going to be more graphic. They can push the boundaries on what can be done, what can be seen, and what can be shown because they're on CBS All Access. So they don't have to listen to the principles and practices and standards, principles and practices of the network. So they can go even further and show more unrestricted content. They could show more violence. They could show more action. They could show more space battles, you know, and I mean, it's awesome. They can go darker and edgier, and I just love this. That's the reason why they.
Sorry to interrupt for a minute, Daniel. And hoping for the new Daniels basically the new Star Trek series that we're getting next year. Hopefully, we can get like maybe Doctor Who and Star Trek to cross over. Maybe I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
Would it work out? Who knows? Maybe in time, yeah. Maybe in time, yeah, it will. But it's good that we're getting this new Star Trek series. Maybe they can cross over at some point. with Star Trek and Doctor Who. That how amazing would that be? Star Trek and Doctor Who just teaming up together with an adventure in an episode or something, in either like maybe a Doctor Who episode or maybe the Star Trek new series Star Trek episode. Who knows? Would they allow it? Would Chris Chibnall allow Doctor Who to go into Star Trek? Is Chris Chibnall the writer for Doctor Who in 2018? Will Chris Chibnall say, yeah, maybe we can do a crossover with Doctor Who and Star Trek, maybe? Who knows? And maybe the Star Trek writers for the new series will be like, yeah, let's do this. Let's get together and try and do this crossover for fans to like, and try and basically be like, wow, this could actually work as Doctor Who and Star Trek series crossover. That would be awesome. Who knows?
That would be. I would love that. And, like I said, like, oh my God, like the new series, like when Brian Fuller said it's going to be more graphic, I'm like, oh yeah, it's going to be darker, edgier, more graphic. It can do more things. It's going to be more like television shows of today, because you know what? This is the 21st century after all, right? And they can't keep it the same way it always was. They have to move on. And just regardless of what some of the fans may say, they want to keep it the same, and it has to be family friendly. And no, we don't want it to be more like mature or more adults. Like, I think it should become more mature, more adult. Like, for example, look at Doctor Who. Doctor Who is family friendly, right? But Torchwood, that's more adult. When Torchwood comes on, you send your kids out of the room because you don't want them to see Torchwood. That's what I mean by adults. And yeah, I'm just like, yeah, oh my God, I'm so excited. And yeah, it's good. It's all good. Like I said, they went on CBS. They went on streaming because they didn't want to be bound by principles and practices of the networks. They wanted to go further. They wanted to push the envelope, and that's what it's all about nowadays, right? On television, it's about pushing the envelope on TV shows. Like, look at Game of Thrones, look at Walking Dead, look at a lot of TV shows today. They're pretty good at pushing the envelope and showing really awesome stuff that we didn't see before. Like, exactly. There's a lot of things on television they can do now that they couldn't do like back in like, for example, the 90s, right? Or even before that. Because, like, okay, look, as time goes on, things are progressive, right? For example, back in the 50s, you couldn't even show two people in bed together. That's how hard the censors were back then. You couldn't even show two people lying next to each other in bed back in the 50s, because it was really, really restrictive back then. But as time goes on, it becomes less and less restrictive. It's only natural. So, yeah, I love this, and oh, geez, this is so exciting. And like, we're gonna get new crews and new ships, new everything. And also, if you look at the insignia on the new Star Trek TV show, like, you see like the Starfleet insignia, there's a crack inside of it, right? There's like a crack in it. And people are like, I heard like a YouTuber I watch. He suggested, this is just a theory, but this crack in the insignia, it could mean that the Starfleet could be fractured. It could be fractured. There could be like, it could be like split in this series. And I just that's a very interesting storyline. I want to see that. I want to see a fractured Federation, and I just want to see that. That's very, very interesting. I love, and yeah. Oh, also I saw that that thing I love the 90s too, man. The 90s is awesome.
The 90s, woo!
Oh my God! Oh, really fun times, man. Game Boy Color,
Exactly.
Super Nintendo, N64, man. Those were good times, man.
They were good times. Like, disco in, woo, woo, woo. All the pretty girls. Yeah.
Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, N64, Super Mario. Oh man, those were awesome.
It's the 90s. Damn it, the 90s. I would have been
Yeah.
like a wee little kid once in the 90s, and my mum and dad got to celebrate the 90s. Damn it, mum and dad. Damn it.
That's why I love like, for example, shows like I like, you know, shows like Doctor Who or Star Trek, you know, when they have time travel in there. It's just so awesome. I love space travel and time travel.
Exactly.
You know, I love that stuff because it's so nice to, you know, oh my God, just to think that maybe you could someday we could develop that stuff and we can actually go back and, you know, experience that again. That would be cool.
You know, supposedly, okay, here's a weird hunch feeling. Okay, I don't know if you've heard of this like documentary type of thing, but supposedly it's only like rumors and things that went around back in the old days and crap. Supposedly Hitler made a bow, right? Made this like kind of flying bow thing, and basically it was kind of like a time traveling machine, and that's why some of Hitler's men and Hitler ended up disappearing and traveling to a different place in time. And then that bow, yeah, and then listen, it gets more interesting. And then that bow actually ends up back on Earth, but no one's in there. And people find it like a day after Hitler and some of his men escaped.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll show you. I'll even show you what the bow looked like. Wait. You keep on talking, Daniel, about Star Trek while I find this picture of the bow.
Oh, yeah. You know, like, in the new trailer, like, if you see the new trailer, it's awesome, by the way. Oh, Jacob, are we going to do, like, are we going to do, like, that stream thing, that Zoom thing? I want to show everybody this trailer.
Yes, we'll do it straight after this cast. I'll show you the bell, and then we'll go to the next cast. So,
because, like, oh my God, it is so awesome. It is so awesome. There's like this thing. It's like there's this thing, and okay, on the Starfleet insignia, there's like a split in it, and there's like a rumor out there that, I mean, oh, this could mean like the Federation split in the new century. Like, this is the 25th century, probably, most likely. This is the 25th century in the new series, and oh, you know, it's split. So, like, yeah, you know, I love that. Oh my God, yeah, new villains, split Federation. I love this, you know, because you know what? Okay, like I said, good science fiction is a reflection of the world that we live in, right? So yeah, you know, good science fiction is a reflection of the world we live in. Nowadays, I hear that a lot of people aren't happy with what we call the good guys. A lot of people aren't happy with America. A lot of people are not happy with our governments, right? So, you know, okay, what do we see today in the world that we live in? We see a lot of wars. We see a lot of terrorism. We see a lot of strife. People aren't happy with the governments. They don't agree with their governments. Pretty much like the world is kind of a dark place right now in some areas. So, you know, like, it would be nice if Star Trek would reflect that. You know, like I said, good science fiction is a reflection of the world we live in. You know, that would be great. I would love to see that, a more mature Star Trek. I mean, don't make it like TNG. Okay, TNG was very happy, family friendly, and all that crap, and like, okay, just it wasn't realistic. It wasn't realistic, and I wanted to make it more true to life. You know what I mean? And yeah.
Back again.
And what is that?
This is the place where supposedly Hitler's Bell flying craft Bell thing that could travel to a different, I don't know, planet or something like that, where supposedly aliens were, like these aliens called the Greys were, kind of thing. Because Hitler kind of got back in World War II. these aliens called the Greys gave Hitler and his men basically, well, the Nazis basically weapons, supposedly. I heard in this documentary one time. I know this isn't Star Trek viewers, but yeah, supposedly they gave the Nazis weapons and crap, and basically this was the bell, and that's the place where the bell was held, and this is what the bell looked like, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, that is so cool. I remember seeing pictures like that. Oh, that is so awesome. Yeah, that's the bell, you know?
Yep. And that's what I was talking about. Maybe, I don't know, it could be true, it couldn't be true. Please leave a comment down below, viewers, if you think the Hitler theory, Bell theory, is true or not. Did he create a flying craft? Did Hitler and his men really escape in that flying craft? Who knows? But yeah, there's always like possibilities out there these days, like with time travel and crap. Even, who knows, like even in documentaries these days, like some documentaries can be true in some facts and some theories with documentaries. So who knows? Could time travel be possible one day in the future? Who knows? That's possibilities out there. Well, thank you, viewers and subscribers, for tuning in to the Daniel Star Trek Cast, Season 2, Episode 5. Love talking about love talking with Daniel, of course, about Star Trek, because it makes me learn about Star Trek with Daniel, along with Daniel. And yeah, basically we want people to join Daniel Star Trek Cast, so comment down below your Google Plus name and come join our Daniel Star Trek Cast fun and give your opinions out. So thank you, viewers and subscribers, again of the Daniel Star Trek Cast, and see you guys next time. Bye for now. Woo!
Bye.